Oh, today I want to walk you through the Westridge Community Church app. There's so much you can do with this app, and we find it helps churches a lot if we walk through the different features that are available in an app. Already, something you might not notice on both Android and iOS is the availability to deep touch on iOS or use app shortcuts on Android to dive right into areas of the app that you will probably use more often. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to open it normally right now, and you'll see it opens to the home screen. On the home screen, you have access to many things that are only available on the home screen, but you also have the tabs at the bottom of the screen giving you quick access to specific areas of the app. So first of all, in the top right corner, you can see a paper airplane. This gives you access to the notification dashboard. So I click that, and here I can control what notifications I'm going to get. So you can see at the top, I have the ability to turn on or off notifications altogether. So if I turn this off, it's going to ask me if I want to go into the settings app on my device and control the notifications there. I don't, so I'm going to press cancel, and you can see it turns notifications back on. So I have notifications turned on at this time. You also have the ability to turn notifications off and on for specific groups in the church. So for instance, if you want to get notifications about community groups, you just toggle that on. Now, if you have that off, you'll still get notifications that go out to the whole church. But if the church sends a notification out specifically to community groups, only people that have this toggled on will get those notifications. So all of these extra groups are automatically toggled off because someone who doesn't have kids probably doesn't want to be getting notifications about kids just because we automatically have it turned on for them. So you will want to go into this notification dashboard and make sure that you turn on the different notifications that you want to get. And also, when you download the app for the first time, make sure that you allow notifications. But if you don't do that, you can also come here, toggle it on. It'll take you right to where you need to go to turn that on. All right, so next up you have weekly messages here on the left. I'm going to select that, and you can see that you have the Westridge messages here divided by sermon series. I can select any message, so I selected Unlikely Heroes, and you can see there's only one message in that series, but let's try a different series. Like here, Somewhere at Westridge, there's a bunch of different messages. You can see the speaker name, the date that the message was given on, and the title of that message. So let's do Following Jesus Focus, the second one there in the list. You can see here there is the ability for there to be video and notes attached. Those two things are whited out here because they are not available for this message. But I do have the ability to listen to the message, or I even have the ability to download the message, and that's what the arrow pointing down into the box is for. I'm going to select that, and you can see it spins up and loads, and now I have the ability to listen to that message offline. So now if I click listen to audio, I won't stream the message any longer. I will actually listen to the downloaded version on my device, so I won't be using data. So this is great if you're on Wi-Fi. You can download a bunch of messages right here through the different messages you want, and then I'm going to go back and back again, and you see in the series list in the top right corner is this folder. If I go there, you can see my downloaded messages. So here's the message that we just saw me download. If I go back, I could go in and say, hey, I want the newest message in this series as well. We'll download that real quick, and you know what, let's get just the newest message altogether, which is Unlikely Heroes. I'll download that as well, and now we're good to go. So I'm going to go in, look, and then here are the two series I've downloaded. And if I go into Somewhere at Westridge, you can see there's the two sermons from that series I've downloaded. And Unlikely Heroes, there's the sermon I downloaded. So the downloaded section still divides your sermons into sermon series. And you can see in the top right corner there is a trash can. This lets you just lets you delete all of the sermons that you've downloaded. So in one swipe, you can just get it all off your phone and clear up that room if you've already listened to all the messages. But you can also go into any message, and you can click this X, and it will delete the message from your downloads. And you can see now our downloads is only that series. All right, so if I go into worship playlist now, this is going to take us into Spotify to listen to the worship playlist. So the worship playlist is, if you don't have Spotify, when you press it, it will prompt you to download Spotify. If you have Spotify, and Spotify is a free service, so this is not something you need to pay for. If you have Spotify, you click it, and it immediately opens into the Westridge worship playlist. And you can see this is a playlist that was set up by Westridge Church. All the songs here are set up for the church. So you could just come in here, press shuffle play, and then while you have shuffle play pressed, you can press back to Westridge there in the top left corner of the screen, and boom, you are now in the Westridge app listening to the Westridge playlist on shuffle. So this gives you the chance that you could do this. You could press back, and then you could see in the bottom left corner is a Bible button. You could go there and start reading the Bible while you're listening, and all of this stuff you're kind of controlling while going through the Westridge app to take control of everything. So next up below that is the contact and information button. You can see that's kind of a thin button there. If I go into that, it takes you into all different ways that you can connect with Westridge. And most of these are pretty self-explanatory. The one that I am going to dive into is the email invite, the one at the top here. I'm going to select that, and you can see it opens a branded email invite, and it doesn't have anything like any sort of branding for anything else. It's just Westridge. So this is only available on iPhone and iPad. It is not available on Android, but if you have an iOS device, this is a great way where you can meet someone in public, and you say you meet someone you haven't seen for a while, or just you meet someone new altogether. You're talking, you say, man, I love my church. They're like, hey, do you have any more information for it? You can pull out your phone and be like, hey, what's your email address? Type their email address in, send this to them, and then this email will format beautifully to their computer screen, to a tablet screen, to a phone screen, and you can see it also has links built into it. So this is really giving someone a nice quick tour of everything that that Westridge wants them to see, and all you got to do is just be like, hey, what's your email address? Type it in, you're good to go. So this is a fantastic tool for introducing someone to Westridge if you just have any reason that you want to do that. Next up is the connection card. That's pretty self-explanatory. It's just going to be your connection card for Westridge, but it gives you easy access to it throughout the week, so you don't need to have a physical card. Next up is the calendar. You can see here we have all of the events listed in order from now, so the soonest event is going to be the top event in the list. But you can see there one of those events has a register for event button. So if an event has the ability to register, right there on the calendar you can see it's there, and you can press that button and it will take you to the screen to register for that. So here it is, the page for registering for that, but I could also select the information button for that event, and here you can see additional information about it, and you also have the registration button available here. Or I can select the add to calendar button, and that will take the event out of the it'll stay in the Westridge app, but it will take that event and add it to your device's iCalendar or to your Google Calendar. Because right now what you're looking at is specific to Westridge, this calendar, but if you want to add events, you can go through this list and just click on all of the events that you want to have added to your personal calendar for, say, your family, and it's the easiest way to scroll down and click all of the events that you want to add. All right. Next up is social media. I'm not going to dive into this too much because, as I keep saying, this explains itself. It just gives you access to Twitter, Facebook, the blog, and also the Westridge website. I just select any of those boxes and it'll take me to look at those. So now along the bottom of the screen are additional tabs. So first of all, the bottom left one is linking to the YouVersion Bible app. So if you don't have the YouVersion Bible app, when you select this, it will advise you to download the YouVersion Bible, but will also let you view the Bible inside the app. But you will get a much better experience if you do it through the YouVersion app. So it will ask you to do that, but if you already have the YouVersion app, you press that button and boom, it takes you right in to reading the Bible, and it will actually go wherever the last place was that you read in the last version that you were using. And whenever you're done, you can just select the top left corner there, the Westridge button, and boom, you're back in the Westridge app again. Okay, next to that is sermon notes. So this is a great thing for Sunday mornings. This is where sermon notes will be found, and you can take notes on the notes here. So you see at the top of the screen it says touch any section to take a note. So let's say the sermon started, I get down to this passage about Gideon and I want to take a note on it. All I did was touch the Gideon full of doubt, and I can I'll type took a note here, and let's pretend I can spell, and I'm going to click add, and you can see a little symbol now appear. So I can scroll through, let's say these notes were far longer, like 3 times as big. I can quickly scroll through and see where my notes have been taken, and then I can select any of those and see what the note was that I took. But even better, once the message is done, I can select the email sermon button here at the bottom, and it will open an email that I can send to myself with the notes, but it has my notes in line where I took them. So remember I pointed out the Gideon full of doubt? Well, here we have it, and there you have took a note here, which is what I typed. So if you have a bunch of areas and you're taking notes throughout, it will write your notes wherever you took them, and then it will make sure to mark where they're at so it's easy for you to tell where your notes are. This is a tool that we see churches using. For instance, on Sunday morning, say they have a message and then their life groups go throughout the week, and the life groups cover what was preached about on Sunday morning. Well, now you can open up this email and see everything that you said about the different areas. All right, so I'm going to close that email. You've already seen home. I'm going to jump into giving real fast before jumping into the photo section. So giving just gives you access to digitally give, to text to give, and it has information about how you can give in person. So for digital giving, I can just click this. You can see I'm pressing it, letting go, and it will take me into where I can give. And text to give will take me into the ability to text to give. So either case, you can choose your favorite way of giving, and this should give you access to all of those. Last of all is the photo section, and this is a fun way that you can just share Westridge on social media, via text, however you want. So I'm going to select the photos button, and then I'm going to flip the camera around. That was my leg, and this is my face. Here we go. And I'm going to select use photo. And you can see here at the bottom of the screen, it's loaded a number of different stickers that I can use in this photo. Now, Westridge has the ability to add more of these as they want to, but for now, you could be at church, or you could be anywhere, maybe with a group of people from Westridge Community Church, and I could select this first sticker. It comes out, it says drag it wherever I want it to go. I can just drag it right here, and now I have created an image that I can share branded for Westridge Community Church, and I can click in this top right corner, and you'll see, hey, I have the ability to share on Facebook. I select Facebook, and boom, there I am sharing the image on Facebook. So it gives you the ability to do this from within the app. I never left the app. I did all that. I could have tagged people and invited them to join me at church. And say you're with people from the kids ministry, you can do whatever you want, drag different things out. We have men's ministry as well. So this gives you a really easy way to share Westridge. And I'm going to go through a few other hidden features that you may not even realize are there if we don't mention them. First of all, I did kind of talk about was this ability to jump into a specific section of the app. And the most useful one here is definitely take photo, because say something's happening, you want to jump in real fast and grab a photo because something's happening. You can go here, click take photo, and it will jump right into taking a picture. So that gives you quick access to that, as well as the other 3 areas of the app listed there. Something else that is useful is that you can go into iMessage. So here I am. This is the text to give. So obviously I wouldn't actually want to text this now. But in iMessage, you have access to iMessage stickers, and there is an iMessage sticker pack available for this app. So I'm going to go over here, and this little symbol of those 3 symbols, the camera, the heart, and the other symbol, I'm going to click the 3rd symbol, and that takes me into the sticker packs. In the bottom left corner is how I manage my sticker packs. And then I go into the store there in the top left, and this is how I get into actually managing. I'm going to click that manage button in the top right corner. I know this is a lot, that's why I wanted to get this on video. And then I'm going to scroll down, and you will see Westridge's sticker pack. So in my case, it's on. When you download the app for the first time, it's going to be off. So you're going to come down here, turn it on, select done, and then it will be available here. I'm going to select Westridge, and now I have the ability to use these stickers when I text. So obviously it's not going to matter in text to give, but if I was actually chatting with someone, I could hold down my finger, drag a sticker up, and add it into my conversation to add Westridge branding to my text conversation. All right, well, hopefully that gives you a cool idea of everything you can do with the Westridge app. There's so much available here for you to be able to connect with Westridge, to be able to share. You can see the text to give service is like, what are you doing? But if you have any questions, you can look on faithlinkapps.com, and have a great day.